Howdy, partner. Today we're at Knott's Berry Farm, and we're checking out all the cool new things going on here. I haven't been here in years, so I'm excited to see what's new. Come on, let's go. All right, behind me is Ghost Rider, and it's a wooden coaster. Do they even make these things anymore? Anyways, it's pretty fun, but the wood feels like it's gonna break. Come on, let's give it a spin. All right, so we just got off this bad boy right here, Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's my favorite roller coaster at Knott's. It's many people's favorite these days. It's also, in my opinion, the best roller coaster in all of California. Back in the day, Knott's had let it get pretty rough, but then in 2016, Great Coasters International was hired to retrack the whole thing and reprofile some of the drops and the turns. So now it's like an amazing roller coaster, and it's beloved by seemingly all guests here at Knott's. It always has a crazy long line. I do.
Don't stop.
All right, Pony Express. It's a weird ride. Why is it so short? All I know is I love horses. Above me is Pony Express. This roller coaster was built by Knott's in a year I don't remember. But when it was built, all the neighbors complained about the noise, which is funny considering it's like literally 30 feet tall and not really fast in a family coaster. And recently Knott's was rumored to get a Giga Coaster, and a Giga Coaster is 300 plus feet tall. But you just gotta think, like, if the neighbors of Knott's aren't pleased about a little family coaster, they're never gonna let a Giga happen. And sure enough, a Giga didn't happen. So who knows what Knott's will get next? No way. Pan up. Pony Express. Here lies Lester Moore. 4 slugs from a 44. No less, no more.
Killed in a quake wasn't his fault. Now he's still, but the shaking won't halt.
All right, so behind me is the Boardwalk section of the park, and it's my favorite. Well, not really. Ghost Town is probably my favorite section of Knott's, just because it's very nostalgic for me and really, really cute. But this part of the park is cute in its own way. Really cute. And I was here for the media day for this whole section of the park where Ghost Rider opened, and I rode it 25 times in one day. And I know in my last video I said I rode Twisted Colossus at Magic Mountain 25 times in one day, but that's false. I was getting it mixed up. I rode that one 17 times. So yeah, but this area is just awesome, and I really like it, especially at night when the little streamers turn on, and it's like you're on an actual boardwalk at the ocean. So I'm into that. It's just been really bright all day today. And there's my sister. She's dealing with signing a lease, so stressful stuff. So I forgot to talk about this one. This one's Hang Time. It's a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster, and it replaced Boomerang, which was a kind of sucky coaster, and Boomerang replaced Corkscrew, which was kind of an iconic coaster because it was the first roller coaster to have a corkscrew in it, and this ride is good. This is Accelerator behind me, built by Intamin. It was a kind of iconic, groundbreaking roller coaster because it was the first of Intamin's hydraulic launched roller coasters, which is now very much a dying breed, with King Dakar closing and Top Thrill Dragster changing forever and no longer using a hydraulic launch. So now this one and Madugani at Lost Island, I think, are the last 2 hydraulic launch coasters in America, at least. So they're a dying breed, and it's really cool that Knott's got to keep this one. And I think it's an amazing ride, even though it's pretty short and it's kind of a one-trick pony. Oh, sorry, Storm Runner at Hershey Park is a third one in America. And Storm Runner is probably the best of the model here and around the world now. Anyways, I digress. This is a great ride. Accelerator with a new cool paint job that I really like, and an awesome classic sign. Classic sign. Okay, so not only do I think Ghost Rider is the best roller coaster in California, but I also think Knott's is the best amusement park in California, and that is because I think roller coaster wise, it has just pure quality over quantity. Like if you go to a park like Six Flags Magic Mountain is unfortunately just a horrible vibe of an amusement park to be in. Sure, it's got a lot of roller coasters, but even then, all the roller coasters it has aren't like top tier. Like it's got a couple really cool rides, but other than that, it's just a lot of really intense rides. So you kind of feel dizzy by the end of your day there. It's not all quality, but here it's quality, and Knott's just has great theming. It's very clean, there's clearly a lot of pride that goes into this park. So that's why I like it. We just got Boysenberry Dippin' Dots, and Boysenberries are very important in the history of Knott's Berry Farm because they're essentially what put Knott's on the map way back in the day, because they're like a human-made fruit. And I believe Walter Knott, one of the founders of Knott's Berry Farm, assisted somehow, very importantly, in the success of the Boysenberry. And that's all I know off the top of my head. But they have Boysenberry stuff everywhere here. Also, check this shot out. That's Silver Bullet. We didn't ride that today because my dear sister will get a little bit dizzy, I think. But that's a B&M, a later era B&M suspended coaster. It's an inverted coaster, not a suspended coaster. Many people say that the later era B&Ms kind of lost their bite, lost their whippiness, lost their intensity. And though I kind of agree for Silver Bullet, it still is super smooth. And the helix here that you just saw to end the ride is like insanely intense. And it does have a unique element in an overbanked, like swooping, graceful turn. So that's pretty cool. Yep. We just got off the Calico Mine ride here at Knott's. It's a classic dark ride that's been around here for a really long time. I think it was here when the park opened. Well, not when it opened, but it's been here for a long time. And it got redone some years back, so now it's got some cool effects and whatnot, but I genuinely think it's one of the best dark rides I've ever been on, and it always makes me very happy to go on it again and see that that's just here at Knott's Berry Farm, and is one of the many reasons why Knott's is just like this amazingly perfect, well-rounded little park here in California. So, and that's why I like Knott's like more than like Disneyland, because it's got the theming, but it's also got the really good roller coasters and rides and this like very unique charm. And this is a great example of that charm. There's the train. Oh, you can't really see it. It's all in the mountain. And you have a cool view of Ghost Rider from, oh, you can't see it, but from the ride, it comes out. And Ghost Rider itself has a very iconic looking structure since it's so fortified for the California earthquakes. Yeah. All right, well, earlier we saw people talking to the jail, but now no one talks in the jail. Oh, you can't even see. I'll reverse. Well, so this guy was talking earlier, apparently, in jail. But now he's not.
Hey, buddy.
Alright, so this is all the boysenberry stuff that they have. They got boysenberry mustard. Yum. Okay, this is the important part. So Walter already had a berry farm, and then he worked with Mr. Boysen, and then it just took off. Look, it was a roadside attraction. Wouldn't you know it? And when does it? Let's see, do they talk about the Calico Railway? Here it is. Wait, new attraction, Ghost Town Calico Railway. Can show. So cool. Is that not so cool? Not. Anyways, look, it's the old train. It's still there. Love Knott's Berry Farm. Bye, Knott's. Okay, so my Knott's review, overall day review, is that it was a good day. It always is a good day at Knott's if it's not too crowded, because Knott's is a very small amusement park, extremely landlocked. When it gets crowded, it's kind of awful, but we rode everything we wanted to ride pretty easily. And it's just a lovely, quaint little amusement park. And I have a season pass now. It's the first time I've got a season pass for an amusement park in many, many years. And I've been utilizing it well because I work like kind of close to here. So this is my third time going in a few months. And I think I'll keep coming with different friends and showing them the joy of Knott's. But again, you just got to go on a day where it's not that crowded. Anyways, yep, that's my video. And in channel, maybe you're in this, by the way. And a channel check-in is that I want to make my videos shorter and maybe edit them a little better. Just maybe write a script. Amy, come on. Write a script or something so that I'm not just so like I am right now, where I'm just kind of slow and meandering and all over the place. But yeah, more to come. And Amy just is signing her lease, so it's a good day for her, isn't it?
It's a good day. It's about to be a great day, actually, once the lease is all the way signed.
Yeah. Also, we're not in the Knott's parking lot. There's a Knott's parking hack, but I'm gonna have to gatekeep it because I'm so famous. I'm so famous that if I say it, it won't even be a secret spot anymore, and tons of cars will be here. So you can maybe figure it out from the background if you're like that. So anyways, bye bye.